Hey everybody, it's Toya and you are watching Toya J TV. Thank you for watching. This is week number 8 for the How to Stretch Your Relaxer series, and this week I will not be cheating again. I cheated last week, and I really shouldn't say cheated because you're allowed weeks where you just don't want to do anything. I mean, it's still considered a week. You hadn't put the chemical in your hair, so hey, I mean, what's the big deal? Anywho, last week I did the bun and I didn't really shampoo my hair or do anything special to it. But again, there is rain in the forecast every day this week. Again, I mean, I don't know what's going on in your area. I'm in Birmingham, Alabama, and it has been raining here, I swear, every day for the past 2 weeks. But anyway, the show must go on. I'm going to go ahead. I've already shampooed my hair. Since I skipped last week, I made sure to use the clarifying shampoo this time, and that got all of the extra oil, dirt, and residue off. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm using the Silk Hydration by L. Jones product line. That is my line. You can get the products at silkhydration.com. I always tell everybody where to get the products, and still people email me and say, where can I get the products? silkhydration.com. Get the products online. Right now we're online. I use the clarifying shampoo, then I use the moisturizing, then I use the replenishing conditioner. Now I am putting on the leave-in. And with the leave-in conditioner, I just spray it all over my hair. It helps detangle. And it helps add an extra layer of moisture, and it does provide you with some heat protection. So this week I'm just going to do it straight again since it is raining in the forecast, but I'll put a little bump on the end instead of just bone straight. So right now I'm just going to detangle, wear it straight down. I'm going to let it air dry for a little while, and then after it air dries, I'll blow dry it and flat iron it. And then after I flat iron it, I will wrap it. So that way in the morning, the only thing I will have to do is unwrap my hair. And I'm trying to hurry because normally I shampoo my hair either on my off day or really, really late at night. Because with the kids, me being a wife, you know, it's just so much to do during the day that I just have to try to get, you know, my free time doesn't come until when everybody's asleep. However, I got a little small break where I could go ahead and shampoo my hair, and then, you know, while I'm tending to the kids, I'll be letting it air dry. But my husband wanted to take the boys for a walk, so I figured, hey, this is the perfect opportunity for me to go ahead and shampoo my hair. And then by the time they get back and it's time for baths and all that good stuff, I'll be letting my hair air dry. And you see how easy it is for me to detangle my hair. Number one is because of the leave-in conditioner. And number two is because the leave-in conditioner, it helps detangle it very, very easily. And the good thing about it is that it comes in the spray bottle, so you can basically use however much you want, and it will not weigh your hair down, and it will not feel like it has that residue feeling. And it has been 2 weeks since I shampooed my hair, so I could expect 2 weeks worth of shedding, and I'm going to show you all exactly how much I have. Okay, this is how much shedding I have after 2 weeks. Alright, so right now I'm just going to let it just be straight down while I air dry it. I really don't like to blow dry my hair while it's soaking wet, just because it takes so long for my hair to dry. I would rather kind of let it dry about 50%, and then that way it just takes me a few minutes to blow dry the rest. Okay, so I will be right back after I blow it dry and when I'm about to style it. Okay, so I have let my hair air dry a little bit, and while it was air drying, I did put some of the Silky Serum Oil on there, and that way after I flat iron it, it will already have the shine in it that extra boost of shine that I like in my hair. And all I will have to do is wrap it, unwrap it, and I am out the door. Okay, so this is week 8. I am starting to see and feel new growth, but it's really not, it's definitely not enough to relax. It's just right here. It's just like one hump. You know, it hadn't even turned into a wave. It's just like a ripple at this point. But I am definitely seeing new growth. But just because you see new growth, that is not a sign that it is time to relax. We have to get enough new growth to relax without overlapping onto previously relaxed hair. So when you're starting to see the new growth or starting to feel it, and then that's another good thing about the Silk Hydration products is that they soften the new growth to a point where it makes it manageable. So it's not really hard and brittle and just, you know, like crunchy when you're combing through it. It's easy to comb through, especially using the leave-in. It's very easy to comb through, and again, it does help detangle, and it gives you, it helps you in your stretch. It will help you out a lot. So these products are great for softening the hair to help you when you're styling to still look like you have freshly relaxed hair. So I am just going to flat iron and just put a slight bump on the end. The key to getting your hair straight, a lot of people say, oh my God, how do you get your hair that straight? You know, after 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks. The key is taking very small sections of hair, and you're going to get as close to your scalp as you can, because you need to get that new growth. If you can get that new growth, get a little heat on it, it will straighten it out and it will make it like you just got a fresh relaxer. If you are unable to get close, then you're going to have puffy roots and straight ends. And you want to take thin enough sections to where you can only go through the hair 1 to 2 times. Alright, so you should be able to feel the heat on your, you don't want to get it on your scalp because you don't want to burn yourself, and you don't want to hold it too long either. But if your hair is thick, you need to be taking very small sections. If your hair is kind of thin, you can take medium sections. You still don't want to take really large sections, but you can take a little bit larger of a section than someone with thick hair. Okay, and you see how that's straightening out? And that's just with one pass. See how that's straightening out? And I know that when you're taking thin sections, it can take a bit longer. But trust me, it's worth it, because if you rush through it, you're not going to be happy with the results, and then you're going to want to do your hair all over again, which is going to be even more time. So it's always better to do it right the first time. Just take your time, do it right the first time, and trust me, if I could take bigger sections, I would, because I am very sleepy right now, and I don't feel like doing my hair. But I know that I have a very busy week this week, and doing my hair is not going to be something that I'm going to be in the mood for later on. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it right this time. So the only thing I'll have to do is wrap. And then when you wrap your hair that's already straight, that helps flatten that new growth out even more. And if you are kind of new to watching these videos, I go in panels instead of going straight across. I go in panels because that helps me to not bleed out a big chunk of hair. When I was going straight across, I would, every time I would check the back, I'd lip a piece of hair out. And I had to go back. But when I do it in panels, it helps me to get every piece of hair the first time. Okay, and another reason why you want to take thin sections is because you want the heat from both plates of the flat iron to penetrate your hair. If you take too thick of a section, the hair that's in the middle will not really get any heat on it, and you will not be pleased with the results. That's why I said people with thin hair can take like medium sections, because still don't want to take too thick of a section, because you want those plates to go through all of the hair. You want all of the hair that's in between the flat iron to get some heat. I'm just about halfway done already. Normally I find myself doing my hair in 4 sections. This side, that side, and then this side last. So in week number 8, it is getting a bit harder because you can actually start feeling that new growth. But the key is to be able to manage the new growth. So if you're having a hard time, like I said, I do suggest my products, because when you shampoo with them, they have a lot of moisturizing ingredients in it to help soften the new growth, to make it easier to manage. But once you get used to dealing with your new growth, 8 weeks won't even phase you. You'll feel like you just got your relaxer yesterday. And I feel like my hair is getting longer just because I feel like the flat iron, I'm coming almost all the way down past my, longer than I normally do. Which I'm used to having hair this length, but normally when it gets to this length, I start getting the itch to cut it. Which I would really like to bob it and have the bob very short, tapered in the back, and then coming longer. But then the other side of me wants to show you all that you can have long, thick, relaxed, healthy hair. So I'm torn, but I kind of want to just go ahead and let it grow. And I may just, when I want my bob, just do a wig. And then also I'm going to show you all a little trick, which I do this trick in the salon all the time. After you get your new growth straight and wrap it and everything, I'm going to show you all a little trick to make it even straighter without applying more heat. Alright, so now we're on the last panel. And like I was saying earlier, the panels make it that much easier for me. If that's not your thing, you like to go straight across, go straight across. It's just whatever your preference is. When I'm in the salon styling clients, I go across. I don't do panels. But it's just when I'm doing my own hair, that I do panels. And ladies, do not be afraid to cut the flat iron up, okay? I'm not saying cut it up too high, but what I am saying is you want to cut it up high enough to where you only have to go through your hair one time. If you got your flat iron on 300, but you're going through your hair 20 times, 20 passes with the flat iron, then you might as well crank it up to like 420, 425. Every time I go up in my weeks, I tend to cut my flat iron up a little bit higher just because I want the new growth straight. And that's another reason why you'll see me kind of go slow when I'm flat ironing the and you see how straight they got, but sometimes you'll see me go slow when I start flat ironing because I want to make sure I get the new growth straight, and then as I come through the ends I kind of come down a little faster. And that's just because the relaxed hair does not really need as much heat as the unrelaxed hair does. So all up here, while I'm up here, I take my time with the flat iron, and then as I get towards the ends, I come down faster. But see how straight that's getting? Because I'm taking very thin sections. See how thin that is? I'm taking very thin sections. That way I know when I put that flat iron on, that heat from both plates is going on that hair, making it straight, and I can just come down with one pass. And you especially want to take thin sections when you get around your part, because that's the part that's showing. You can kind of get away with this part in here, not really getting that close, because I'll be honest, this part, when I'm on this panel, this part right here that's closest to my ear, I never get as close to my scalp as I want, because I'm always afraid I'm gonna burn my ear, and I can't hold my ear down and flat iron at the same time. But this piece down here is so low, but I still get as close as I can, so it's like right above the ear. So I still get as close as I can, but it's just not as close as I am when I'm away from my ear. Now this side I can do fine for some reason, but this side, I guess maybe the angle of how I have my hands, I don't know, but I just don't get as close as I need to. But I always make sure up here around the part that I want to get close, because even if you use edge control, you still want to get get the hair as straight as you can, because that will make the edge control last longer. If you just put hair on like curly hair, like the new growth, it'll be straight for a little while, but before you even realize it, it'll start curling back up on you. The only way it won't, where I can see it not doing that, is if you put the edge control on and maybe put a scarf on and tie it down for a little while, and then it may give you a little bit more holding power. But other than that, you want to straighten it first to make it last longer. So I'm going to show you all the back. Okay. Alright, and remember I said I was going to show you a little trick. So if you're like me and you like to do your hair at night, or even if you're doing your hair during the day, if you're not going anywhere else right away, and you have time to wrap your hair, this will work for you also. I'm going to wrap my hair. And I curled it a little bit more on the ends than I normally would, because when I wrap it, it's going to take some of that curl out. And I still do want it to be bumped on the ends. And you want to wrap it as tight as possible. Sometimes it's hard to wrap when the hair is like really silky, but using this hard bristle brush will help you make that hair stay up. If it still doesn't, use a pen, but use a pen like this. And then when you pin it, you want to leave the pen kind of out a little bit. This one it doesn't close all the way, but because it's old. But normally you can leave the pen out about this much. Put your scarf on and then slide it out, because you don't want it to leave marks. Okay, so I gotta be quick because I feel my hair is about to fall. But instead of putting your scarf on first, take you some saran wrap. Wrap it around. And then you want the saran wrap to be tight. This is not tight enough, so I'm going to use this piece for the top. And you want to do it right after. You want to do it right after you flat iron, so the hair is still a little bit warm. Alright, you want it to be tight. And then this part that's open in the top, I'm going to use this part that I had already torn for the top. You want it to be tight. Okay? Now ladies, I made that look kind of easy, but this saran wrap can give you hell sometimes. because it's gonna start clinging. And then I'm gonna put my wrap cap, wrap my hair the normal way on top of this. Like I said, if you're not going to bed right away, you can take the saran wrap off after about 5-10 minutes. But I'm in for the night. So this will just basically make your hair even silkier, and it looks even straighter. I do this just about every time I do a silk press on natural hair, because I mean it really gives it that freshly relaxed look. But you have to put that saran wrap on tight, and it's hard to get it tight the first time you try to do it. But ladies, do not go through a whole roll of saran wrap trying to put this on your hair. You only need to go around it like 1 time, at the max 2 times. But you need to get that saran wrap as tight as possible. If you got it loose, hanging on there all loose, it's not going to work. Okay, so I will come back in the morning and show you how it's going to look after I take it down with the saran wrap. All right, I will see you all in the morning.